FBI Director Wray sounds alarm on U.S. terror threats. I see blinking red lights everywhere. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. It's the brother Dama Gabar here with another lesson. Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. As you can see, the FBI director is sounding the alarm, telling you that massive terror threats are going to come here shortly to the soils of America. And if as we all know, they have been totally, setting all of this up to happen, because we know it's all part of the agenda of these elites to bring the order out of the chaos. But, they've been leaving the border wide open, and all type of unsavory individuals have been crossing into the border. And a lot of these unsavory fellows that are crossing the border are, sleeper cells, so-called terrorist groups, Chinese nationals, UN troops, all type of, left-handed workers of iniquity brought and paid for by these elites to bring in this order out of the chaos, to attack certain things, to, make it look like America has totally been besieged and is under attack by an unknown threat. But the threat is definitely known. But it's all part of the, the great fear and the psychological operations to basically bring you people crawling to the global reset, the WEF's plans, and this new world order. And one thing these devils like to do is a term called revelation of the method, where they're basically telling you that these things are going to happen as if it's some, prophecy, or as if it's just some random occurrence. All right. These devils have been, planning and, setting this shit up for the longest. And as we know, as, time is getting shorter on Esau to bring in this, his agenda, now he's looking, especially 2024, to bring a lot of this, fear-based trauma and, chaos and mayhem and, all type of hell up in this society so that they can be justified in, bringing in unrighteous decrees, shutting this country down, bringing in martial law, having a reason to justify bringing in troops to, to be on the streets and to, basically bring in this whole theater of chaos and confusion so that they could bring in this NWO. But one thing we have to take into account is that, the time of Jacob's trouble will be, associated with this times that we're about to enter into. So I just want to go into this article real quick. Got a couple precepts to let you Jakes know that, we're living in the times to where, a lot of the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about to take place. The Lord is about to, send his wrath and his fury upon 2/3 of our people, the non-believers, the faithless, the scoffers, and the mockers of the gospel that come up against the true men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord's going to allow Esau on the left-hand side to, come in like a flood on a whole lot of you Israelites, man. All right. You better believe when he let all hell breaks loose and he bring in this military, man, like he's doing over there in the land of Israel, he's going to bring in those artificial intelligent autonomous ran drones who are going to blow shit up indiscriminately with no sympathy and no emotions. And it's going to be, a crazy time that's coming to the soils of America, man. And if you don't have the spirit or the protection of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai with you, mainly for you Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, you Israelites out there, you're going to be taken to the slaughter, man. So let me read some of this. It says, Senator Lindsey Graham asked Wray to describe the current threat matrix during a Senate Judiciary Committee. What I would say that is unique about the environment that we're in right now in my career is that while there may have been times over the years where individual threats could have been higher here or there than where they may be right now, I've never seen a time where all the threats or so many of the threats are all elevated at exactly the same time, right? And that's not no coincidence. All right, this is all part of the plan. This is all part of the agenda, man. And these devils know that through fear and scaring the hell out of these people, that people will, through fear, will give away a lot of their rights for comfort, for safety. All right, just like after 9/11, what happened after that? They was able to bring in the Patriot Act 1 and 2 and pass all these laws to where, in order for these people to feel safe, they allowed this government to overreach and, you know, basically put people in a position to where they can deem everybody a terrorist. You can be on the watch list. You can be surveilled. You can be watched. You can be criticized. You can be labeled. And now, that they're bringing in, all of these so-called unsavory individuals across the border to do all type of things, it only makes sense that they're going to, literally they're going to have to deem everybody a so-called terrorist. They're not going to know who's who and who's up to, who's up to no good. So therefore, they're going to have to label everybody a terrorist. And it's ultimately to bring everybody into this new world order, into this digital slave system, to where if you want to be not looked at as questionable or you're not a threat, then guess what? You'll get down with this new digital slave surveillance system to where, we can track and trace your every move. We know when you're online, we know where you're at, we know what you're doing, we know what you're thinking, we know what you're searching online, we know, where you're shopping, we know, all these things. It's just all part of their agenda to bring everybody into this digital slave system. And, through fear and chaos and allowing all type of so-called threats to happen, people can be deceived into, bowing down to this new system. But, ultimately, they know that, they're hoping that a lot of people get jacked up during this whole ordeal. And we know that, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to let a lot of judgment happen on 2/3 of you Jakes through a lot of these so-called TTs, man. I mean, TAs. It says FBI Director Wray sounds the alarm once again about serious terror threats to America. You see? And this has been the sentiment that these guys have been speaking about lately in the news. It says Graham followed up asking how the threat signals compared to the days leading up to the 911 TAs. So blinking red lights analogy about 9/11. All the lights were blinking red before 9/11, apparently. And we know what that was all about. Don't be deceived. Don't be simple-minded, all right? So if they were able to orchestrate that, you don't think this shit that they're about to do right now is not orchestrated? You can only, you only naturally have to be skeptical about it, It says, obviously, all of us missed it. Would you say there's multiple blinking red lights out there, Graham said? I see blinking red lights everywhere, Ray answered. This comes on the heels of Ray's previous remarks in late October warning that terror sleeper cells sympathetic to Hamas or Iran could conduct attacks here on our own soil. Well, how the hell are they getting over here? It's because you're rolling out the red carpet. You're opening up the gate and turning your back and allowing these individuals to come into this place, man. All right. And we know that, the intelligence agencies all have a hand in Hamas and these different terrorist sleeper cells that may be, Taliban or whatever other foreign country they come from. A lot of them have been trained and funded by who, man, and I'm pretty sure they've been given deals that we're going to let you come in here pretty soon into the States. We're going to let you guys get busy. And they have the perfect, boogeyman, which is, the Hamas and the whole situation happened over there with Israel and those Palestinians that, these particular people are looking for revenge. And what better way to get it is to get it here on the soils of America against the American people and blow some shit up and do this and do that and, attack schools and hospitals and power grid attack. They got all of this shit all on the menu, man. And they're gonna let a lot of these things happen, so that they could force you people into this NWO. But also it's going to be used to bring out the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai on 2/3 of our wicked ass people, man. And and we've been warning you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that this country would be invaded, that all hell was going to break loose. Jacob's trouble was going to happen in your lifetime. And now we see, how a lot of it is going to possibly unfold. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 14. It says, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. All right. And this happened before to Israel. And we know that there's nothing new under the sun. And the Lord is going to bring this same type of judgment upon Israel again in these times that we're living in right now. All right. And we know that pestilences, that Esau has those cooked up. He's going to release a lot of those. Like I said, he's going to be having fear and terror on all fronts, man. All right. He's going to have you people so terrified and so afraid, you ain't going to know what the hell to do. You're not going to know where shit is coming from. You're not going to be able to they're going to make it to where they're just going to be so confused and they're not going to know what's going on. And, we don't know who's who. And, if you see something, say something. They're going to make it seem like every boogeyman and every towelhead is going to be lurking in every corner and every nook and cranny, and everywhere you go, it can be a potential explosion or something, It's going to be off the chain out here, man. But a lot of it is going to be used to, bring judgment upon 2/3 of our people. It says, but they that escape of them shall escape and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valley, all of them mourning, every one for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon their heads. Dealing with Israel, especially 2/3 of our people, because it's all going to be the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because when he called, you refused. When he was, when the prophets was out here, we were prophesying, we were speaking, we were doing all these videos. You had access to this truth. You forsook it. You went on about your business. You told us, get some money, get a job. We ain't trying to hear that. That ain't gonna happen in this time. All y'all talk about is hate. All y'all talk about is this, that, and the third. Well, hey, there's gonna come a time to where we're not gonna be out here talking anymore. The Lord's gonna do all the talking. It says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. You see? And it's all going to be done to a lot of our people for their iniquity and for their wickedness, man. You see, and this is how a lot of it is going to take place, man. They're going to, all hell is going to break loose. It's going to be a dog-eat-dog world. We're going to be in the time of second Ezra, neighbors invading one another for the lack of bread, people killing each other for the basis of necessities. You're going to have martial law. You're going to have concentration camps. You're going to have cities being, locked down. It's going to be all matter of chaos and hell happening, during these times that we're about to enter into. And these devils are telling you that, look, nothing but blinking red lights he sees coming here in America via, so-called TAs, man. Look at this. FBI director warns America, it's time to be concerned. We are in a dangerous period. The gap in our intelligence are real and is something that we have concerns about. It is time for vigilance. If you see something, say something. See? It says, Ray dire warning come as the U.S. border has been completely obliterated by the Biden regime, with over 6 million illegal aliens pouring into the country since 2021. In fact, as of July, 160 migrants identified on the FBI's Terror Watch screening database have been apprehended by Customs and Border Protection trying to cross the U.S. border. The U.S. Mexico border during fiscal year 2023. And who's to say that they didn't catch these bastards and then, give them an agenda, give them a cell phone, give them a debit card, and just release them into this place, man? You can't think that that's not far-fetched, man. All right? And now I was reading another article before I read this one, how, a whole bunch of Chinese military-age men are trying to cross the border. I forget where it was, in like the next week or something like that. You see? And we know that, that's all part of the agenda, man. It says if U.S. citizens on the terrorist watch list are included, that number of those who have been stopped at the southern border was 216. And like I said earlier, it's going to get so bad out here that they're going to eventually have to deem everybody a terrorist unless you, get down with the digital ID, the digital wallet. You personalize all of your biometrics and everything about you has to be on their, digitally, confirmed, man. You see? What else is in here? Look at this. It says, we are receiving no advance warning of the arrival of special interest migrants from the region with any specificity. The source told Breitbart, we are left to sort through the garbage of migrants in small and large groups to figure out who is in the group and why they're coming. The federal government is sounding the alarm on potential terror attacks in the U.S. while at the same time creating conditions to make carrying out those attacks easier. So look, keep your head on the swivel. So we're not ignorant to Satan devices, man. We know ultimately what the hell is going on, man. All right. And this is all part of the agenda of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You see? What I get? Let me get this one, and I'm gonna close it out. This is Jeremiah 4:31. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail, and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her first child. The voice of the daughter of Zion, that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hands, saying, Woe is me now, for my soul is wearied because of murderers. You see? And this is what these devils are ultimately trying to do. This is what they're going to allow to happen in this country in the near future, man. You know? Let me see. Let me get this. No, where is it? Oh, here we go. This is Jeremiah 30:4. And these are the words that Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. See, both tribes. And where are Israel and Judah at right now collectively here in Babylon the Great? It says, For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. And a man does not travail with child, you know? But that's how bad it's going to be out here in the near future when all hell breaks loose. When the Lord allows the Jacob's trouble to come upon our people. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. At last, for that day is great, so that it is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. And who's going to be saved? The 1/3, the elect, are going to be saved and delivered from all the time, from Jacob's trouble. But 2/3 of our people, a lot of you are going to be given over unto this, man. He's going to, that sword that is being sharpened to make that sure slaughter. These are the days that we're approaching, and we see that Esau is quarterbacking all of this shit to bring destabilization and chaos and pestilence, famine, fear, trembling, rape, murder, lawlessness. All these things are vastly approaching here in this society, and we've been warning, our people for the longest now, and now it's getting closer and closer, and now it's getting to the point to where even these senators and these governors are telling you, look, blinking red lights are everywhere, man. So, with that, Lord willing, just put fear in you, Jake, out there to take this truth seriously, man. You better get right with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because, hey, these things are coming, and they're not going to be stopped and not going to be done away with until they come and perform the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, putting the spirit in me to do this lesson. Until the next one, shalom.